Today I'm so excited to feature another content creator. Her name is Andrea, and she paints beautiful pictures with words. Her links will be in the description below. There's no journey of becoming, no path to becoming something or someone more aware, more awake, more enlightened. Awareness is what already is appearing to happen. Awakened is simply a dance in a dream. Enlightened is a story of a carrot dangling from a stick, encouraging a donkey to keep on keeping on. There's no path for me to tread, no point, no platform, nothing to stand upon, and no one to stand. No one to get anywhere, no future to reach. There is only this, here, already. We can't really call it seamless. What is constant? What is seamless to that which is already only constant and seamless? The words mean nothing at all. Language tells a fine story, a narrative of one apparent passing thing to the next. But remove the language for just 1 second, and there, right there, is the indivisible, the undefined happening. With language added back in, it's the same happening, but with a certain kind of noise, a song that sings of separation, like a bird twittering, leaves rustling in the wind, or the din of rose petals crashing to the ground, according to an ant. It holds no meaning to what already is. Yet, the pounding of a heart whispers of sweet nothings, every cell longing for the sweetest love, and the most committed promises arise as thoughts and dreams. But it's still what already is. Nothing more than a twinkle of a star, or a playful butterfly signaling some kind of significance. Something meaningful related to what is apparently happening for you. There is no one, no thing separate from what already is. There is no one who could possibly ever know. There is no one who could possibly ever try to do. Simply because there is nothing separate, no one separate to go, to do, to be. Yet, here it is, appearing in exactly that way. Nothing and no one dies. Nothing and no one falls away. This, it cannot be said whether it ends, because there is no one separate to point to a beginning. There has never been a one who can say that there was or wasn't a happening. The alreadiness. At the point of the apparent revelation that there is no one home, no one at the heart of things, no doer doing or not doing, no one in a state of revelation, just revelation, rising like a fluttering butterfly, or the hairs of an old man's comb-over, gently lifting in the wind. Just an apparent happening that leads to nothing. There's no celebration of awakening. There's no fanfare upon arrival. There's no relief, nor a defining moment, no rememberable point, no anniversary to mark. There's just what always seems to be, what always is. For no one, there is no chooser, no loser, no winner, no sinner. Yet, these thoughts may still appear, but simply, there is no one to stake a claim. And there never was. Nothing happens. Nothing changes. No one was ever here, nor there. There's no asleep. No one sleeps. There's no one who awakens. There's no I am free. That too a binding thought. An ending to an apparent story. And the beginning of the next story. That never actually was more than just a thought. Not your thought. A thought. Like consciousness. Or even better, consciousness is rising. What the fuck is that? Nothing but a tale of spirituality that states, you are not there yet. Keep going. Don't stop. A perpetual thought of hope. A driving of want. Down a never-ending hole of darkness. The thought of an I is a thought. A story of confinement, of limitation, of loneliness. It is a thought meant to fall away in the same way a cat sheds its whisker. A thought coagulation, a mere swirl of belief, illusory as separation. Belief, separation. Nothing but the cosmic hum, merged in the silence, beyond the grasp of words, beyond the dance of language, spun by the mind's fleeting trance, in the alchemy of perception, where the final illusion surges to its silent death. Hope extinguished, no journey to tread, no destination to seek, no I to discover. Amidst the eternal this, endless and beginningless, where all is already clueless of cluelessness, innocent and wildly free, with no choice but to apparently be. The object, its motion, or its serene stillness, the subject observing the apparent happening, wrapped around it with its meticulously measured conditions, its textures, its scents, its visage, its symphony, its flavor, are inherently intertwined from the outset. Not an apparent thing is ever separated, yet it is dissected into bites, fragments, data points that switch into the narrative, a flicker of division, because the mind, in its pursuit of finding it, getting it, navigating it, dismantles the seamless unity into swatches of perception. Yet, beyond the illusory mind's dissection, the object, the subject, and its milieu coexist in a harmonious ballet of existence, where interconnectedness dances effortlessly. The illusion of separateness arises only within the constructs of thought and language, veiling the intrinsic oneness, the onness that is already this. Just this. There cannot possibly be anything more. Never a part or a piece lacking. Never a part or a piece wrong. It's always right, in that it always is just this. Not a single thing going anywhere. Not ever. Even a single thing. All apparent things. This thing. This fullness that is so blatantly empty of point or purpose. It cannot possibly be getting anywhere for anyone, because there obviously isn't a single thing or one separate from just this. The love, the unconditional love, the label of love, is simply that which never ends, that which cannot be destroyed, that which the words eternal and infinite hold no meaning to that which always and already is. When we blanket everything with the word beautiful, including the ugly, twisted, apparent messed up muddles and travesties, it is the recognition and the humble unknowing of anything, the recognition by no one, for no one, of the mechanics of how all this appears. The mystery we have labeled life, with a nod of revelation, that nothing can be known. No purpose or point is ever real or true. That nothing is true. That nothing is ever lost, because everything already is how it is. Isness already. Just this, inclusive of tears, inclusive of terror, inclusive of tenderness, is all the beauty itself. No one to validate this. No requirement for the agreement or disagreement, because it is already love. It is already beautiful in and as the neutrality that is. Just so. The illusion doesn't fall away. The illusion doesn't dissolve. There never was an illusion. It is a belief, a specter, intangible, appearing in the boundlessness of imagination, a mystery within a mystery, a something and a nothing, forever beyond touch, unmaterialized, a doomed entity riding the crest of the waves, emerging from the primal waters, only to crash and drown back into the completeness that already is. Just the same as the belief in the I. It simply isn't anything more than a construct of minds, a sensed representation, a learned behavior, entirely unreal, like the imaginary friend of the beloved. It never was more than a thought. The very thought, "I've got this," when talking about non-dual whack, is the very point, the farthest reach, the end of the string, in which the you is doomed to bounce back and return to the start, back to the thought of "I can't get this." And that very return are the most truest words said. This cannot be got. This is already everything, including the thoughts, "I have or haven't got this." I longed for peace, ached for the stillness, but it was never something to achieve. It was never something to be got. It was always here. It cannot be any place other. It was quite obvious, the resistance that created such a din.